Along the path we parted ways. I walk the night, you tread the day, and we forgot we slept in knots all on the sunset coast. We shared our meals, we shared our songs, by candlelight or by the sun. I know you've sung 1,000 more, oh, since the time you've gone.
Hello folks, this is Chad Redding here once again with Ruck Rabbit Outdoors, and we are out in Michaux State Forest, and we are doing another one of our shelter videos. I'm out here with my friend and mentor, Tom TD Cusack. Say hi, Tom.
Hey guys.
Hey. And we are heading to the Appalachian Trail. We're in the southern section of Michaux this time, and we're actually walking in on a pipeline cut. So let me scroll the camera around. You can see it looks pretty straight. There's no trees, and that's for a gas line. And we're gonna hit the AT, and we just got to the intersection just right now. And excuse the wind, is really a brisk day, but we are now on the Appalachian Trail, headed southbound. And I don't know if you can see the blaze. Let me go around here. Let's see if I can find the blaze. Yeah. Yeah, Tom's gonna stand by it. But yep, there's the blaze. So we just hit the AT. And we basically went up this power line, this pipeline right there, parked off one of the forest roads. And now we're headed to Deerlick Shelter. This is the southernmost shelter in Pennsylvania and in Michaux State Forest. I've never been to this shelter, so you guys are going to see this for the first time, just like I am, which is kind of cool. I'm seeing, I've hiked on the trail through this area, but I haven't stopped at this shelter. So this is going to be kind of cool. Looking forward to this. But okay, let's get moving along here now. Let's make some time. So as you can see, as we travel on the Appalachian Trail here, this section of Michaux is relatively easy-wise. And when I say that, I don't mean Ruck Rabbit easy, which is a thing. You hear Tom laughing in the background. But no, this is a relatively easy. It's rolling hills. This section of Michaux is not as steep. There are mountains, but we're kind of on the ridge top, I would say. And it's right now it's early spring, so there is some greening starting to happen here in the woods. But you can see the trail is pretty wide. I mean, I think we could stand probably two abreast here.
This is almost as wide as a carriage trail.
Yeah, that's an inside joke for those who don't know. But no, it's pretty easy going here. When you get to 16, the old Buchanan Trail, it gets a little more difficult, but this is probably one of the easiest sections in Michaux other than the big flat area. You know, it's relatively not that many rocks and pretty easy going. So if you ever come here, it's pretty easy access. We basically went up a forest road, parked, and I think it's probably less than a mile to the shelter. But just figured I'd show you guys the trail a little bit. Yeah.
We're starting to hit some evergreens.
Yeah, there's some. We also heard some of the pileated woodpeckers. I was hoping some of them would be cackling. They were just cackling like a minute ago. Of course, when I turned the recorder on, the video on, they don't want to make noise. Now these berms you're seeing are actually put in for water control. So what that does is when it rains and the water runs down the trail, it goes off the trail and doesn't just completely wash the trail out. So they're there for a reason. You'll see logs that are about the same thing. They're put in by the trail maintainers for that reason. But no, it's pretty typical south central Pennsylvania woods here. Mixed hardwoods with some pine. And easy going. Which is kind of nice for a change, right?
Indeed.
Indeed. So,
To quote my favorite scene from The Quiet Man, it's just a short stretch of the legs.
yes. So, right now we're looking for the access trail and the sign for Deerlick shelter. So, it's named Deerlick because the creek that runs by it is called Deerlick Run. So, for those who are wondering why it was called that, got some rocks here, but nothing major. Okay, we are actually now, sooner than expected, approaching the shelter. And this one, unlike some of the other shelters, there's already, you can see some springs right here coming out of the ground. That's a spring that's coming out. Whether that runs all the time, I don't know. We've had a lot of rain here lately. Anyways, unlike other shelters, Tom's runs like this one. A lot of the other shelters are actually off the AT on a separate trail. And this one is not, apparently. So we're actually coming into the shelter along the AT. And this is actually pretty cool.
It looks like there's a double shelter and a privy.
Yeah. So this is Deerlick Run. And this is actually the head of Deerlick Run. And I'm going to tell you why. Call it the head. Because this is where Deerlick Run actually starts. You can see the springs right here. There's the double spring. There's one there. And this is the main spring coming out of the ground there. And you can see there's another spring there coming out. And it becomes Deerlick Run. And the AT crosses right over there. You see Tom checking out the creek. That's flowing pretty good, ain't it?
It's flowing good. Looks crystal clear.
Yeah. So this is really good water. And as you can see, the little run or little creek picks up strength pretty quickly. So that spring
No fresh thing.
does it? Yeah. So this is probably the water, but you can see the spring and run or creek, whatever you want to call it, or crick, really picks up speed and strength. So these springs are pretty strong. That's wild. So yeah, this is the first time I've actually been here. This is one of the more primitive shelters from what I could see compared to the other two that we showed you guys. Like Tom's Run is like a small village compared to this, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we have two of the typical Adirondack style shelters. We have platforms for tents or whatever you're using. So we got platforms right here. I'm going to spin around here. And there is the all-important privy, which is nice. It's nice to have a privy or an outhouse, whatever you want to call it. Here's another tent platform.
That's a huge fire pit. Oh, smoke.
And this is the shelters. Yeah, that is a big fire pit. Size-wise, I would say this shelter is in between Tom's Run. Or no, I think it's smaller than Tom's Run, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit small.
Yeah, Tom's Run only has one of these Adirondack style shelters, or three-way shelter. The one at James Fry is much bigger than this, but then again, there's only one of them. But this is really nice. So it's a little smaller than the Tom's Run, but makes up for it. We'll go inside here. It's pretty simple. Doesn't get more bare bones than this. So it's just basically a floor to get you up off the ground. Now you'll notice that these are faced away from the Appalachian Trail. They're faced into the setting sun. Or no, the setting sun would be over that direction. So they're kind of faced, I don't know, is that south? They're south facing. Because we're almost around lunchtime, early spring, so it's a little higher. So they're faced south to help with the warmth in the wintertime. And they're also faced away from the wind. Because the wind is like hitting us in the back, so that's really nice. They even got a little grill here. That's pretty cool. That's something you don't see. The spring is up here. Though I would say you could actually drink out of Deerlick Run itself. You can see the sign for the spring. Every trail that comes off the AT has these light blue markers. We're just following this blue trail up here. But that's pretty much it for the shelter area itself. I'm gonna move up here and see what we got. Yeah, I think all this up here is just other camping areas. It's pretty well cleared out. Another flat fire pit somebody made up here. As you can see, this one isn't bad either. Nice little setup here. I think so too. I think the spring is back there, don't you?
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be this far. So this is probably just a side trail off the AT. All side trails are marked with blue, whether they're spring or access trails. But quite a bit of moss. It's actually kind of soft. More camping areas up here people have made. And guys, if you see this, when you're out here, take your garbage along. These fire pits are not trash bins. So this person didn't even attempt.
Looks like the package is full.
The package is full. So we're gonna take that out with us. But yeah, take your garbage and your trash out with you. Don't throw it in the privies, because that keeps it from the waste from degrading. Yeah, this is just a little side trail. But as you can see, the woods are relatively open. There's some other people down there right now at the shelter. So it's kind of good. But that's all there really is to this one. It's pretty much a simple little place. I think we're going to stay in this one. What do you think? I think it's nice.
Yeah, no, it's real nice.
Plenty of wood.
Looks like it should be busy.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of camping and two shelters.
And it's relatively, now another one we're going to do, we might even knock that one out today too, Tumbling Run.
Okay.
Is right up the road, is much more extravagant. We've stayed at Tumbling Run. We have stayed there, you just don't remember it. And it's much more extravagant. It's like Tom's Run. Tom's Run's very extravagant. This is pretty simple, but it is a nice shelter area. But we're going to be coming here for sure because I think it's pretty nice. It's easy to get to, and the accommodations are nice too. Plus running water and wood. Lots of wood right now. If if you are coming to Michaux this time of year, so this is end of March, beginning of April. About the middle of March, they start the fire season here in Michaux. You cannot have a campfire from basically the middle of March to the beginning of May, because this is when there's a chance there's so much stuff down from winter. Right now there's so much rain, I doubt we'd have that problem, but that's just something that the state automatically does in all its state forests. So, okay, we'll get back with you guys. We're not going to go inside the privy like I did on the other videos. I mean, it's pretty much straightforward, like Tom's Run, but you know, nice simple shelter. I like this place.
Yeah, no.
Easy to get to. So this one's a little shorter than my other ones because there's actually a lot less to show you. But this used to typically be what you would see, and some of the other shelters have gotten more extravagant as years have gone by. But I kind of like this one because it is simple. So, all right. So I decided to follow Deerlick Run, and this is directly from the shelter and the Appalachian Trail. Just to follow it out a little bit, there's no trail we're bushwhacking through. And as I said before, I'm really impressed how this little creek runs just from that spring. And I noticed the land kind of dropped. And I said to Tom, I said, is there a waterfall there? And I'll be darned, there is. So we're at the very top, and you can see where the creek is starting to run. And it's working its way down this drop. We're going to go around here. There are a lot of briars, so I'm kind of working through the briars here. But you can see how the creek just drops down this little hill down into what is essentially a little glen. Just really cool. And this is why I do what I do. Absolutely beautiful. You know. So we're gonna work down this. We are bushwhacking right now because there is no trail here. And I wonder how many people walk on the Appalachian Trail, stay at that shelter, and don't even realize this is even here. We're coming around now here. And essentially, this little creek, this little run has carved out this little glen. Out of the mountain, and we're looking up the glen now, up the waterfall, slowly panning up. And there you see Tom standing, and right up there where those two trees are, where the two big trees are to the left, that's the very top of this little waterfall. Just absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Now, I would love to see this place in the wintertime when it's freezing, the ice, and it just continues down this glen. I'll have to come back at another time and explore this more. But you can see it's just working downhill, and it's cut much sharper. So cool. So cool. I just got curious, and I started following it, and I could tell the land was dropping, and I didn't hear the water, and I said to Tom, is there a waterfall there? And by golly, there is. At least 30 foot. We're going to pan up it again. But up there's the top. Let's get a little closer here. This is the very bottom. Well, actually, it keeps dropping down there. So I don't know if we're going to keep following this or what, but I'm glad I stop to show you guys this. Excuse the camera moving, I'm just working my way along these rocks. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's the top up there. Comes down through. Just really cool. Really cool. So that's our look at Deerlick Shelter. I know it was very simple, and that's kind of its little bit of appeal. I actually thought it was a cool little place. Simple, to the point. We're definitely going to be coming back and checking that out. I know we say that about every shelter, but we really do enjoy checking out these places. So if you guys like what you see and are enjoying our series at looking at the AT shelters, be sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell. That gets us out to other people, and be sure to tell other people about what we're doing. That helps us out, helps us do what we do, because we really do enjoy doing this. And I hope you guys are enjoying this once again, like I said. So till next time, fair weather and safe journeys. And what do you have to say, Tom?
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. So yes, so we'll see you guys next time we do the next one, which I think is going to be slightly north of here, Tumbling Run. We're going to move north again. So like I said, see ya.
So it is you've flown away, my friend. I think on you today. I hope sometimes you sing my songs all on the sunset.